So there was a boys, that came up to me recently, a boy from my shul, and he said, Rebbe, what's the reason why anti-Semitism is going on in the world? Why do so many people don't like the Jews? They hate us. They dislike us. They detest us. They seek to destroy us. This is what this boy asked me. Could you imagine? A boy similar to your age. And he asked me, he said, Rebbe, why? So I told him, I'm going to give you an answer with a story. So I told him there was one time a story of a kid back in the 1930s, 1940s. What happened with this kid is he was a Jewish kid that grew up. Unfortunately, his father, boys, he passed away. This kid, could you imagine? He grew up with his mother, Tzaddiket, such a good lady, very nice lady. And what happened was, he went to his mom one day in 8th grade, and he said, Mom, I don't want to go to yeshiva next year. I don't want to go to Jewish school. I want to go instead to public school. Mom looked at him and said, what? How could you go to public school? I can't even see the word. She spoke to her brother, who was a rabbi of the community in America that time. And she said, please speak to my son. I don't have a husband. He passed away. Please convince him not to go to public school. He wants to go to PS 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever it is. Please convince him not to go. Uncle said, no problem. He tried speaking to him, telling him about what happens and the words they use and the music they listen to. And it's not for us, and you're a Jew, you have a holy neshama. But the boy said, it's not for me. I want to go to public. It's the cool thing to do. I want to have a haircut like these people, listen to music like them, watch cool shows like they do. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go to yeshiva. And unfortunately, boys, his parents, his mom, his uncle, they sent him to public school that year in 9th grade. The school year began, September began, everyone came to school. And he started making friends with the cool guys, all the jocks, all the cool, amazing people. On the basketball team, the football team, he's like, whoa, public school's awesome. All his non-Jewish friends, hey, how you doing? His name was Chaim. They called him Chaim, because they don't know how to say my name is Chaim. Oh, hey, how you doing, Chaim? You coming with us after school? And he loved public school. One day he goes to lunch, and on his way to lunch, he sees his 3 best buddies. Hey guys, how you doing? But they don't look so happy. On his way, he's bringing his lunch tray, and suddenly one of his friends pushes him to the floor. The other one starts dragging him around, and the third guy starts kicking him as hard as he can. He's like, ah! He didn't say anything. True story. He says, oh my gosh, somewhere else, ate by himself that day. Well, what happened? What's going on? This never happened before. True story. Next day comes to school, he says, okay, I'm going to forget what happened yesterday. He comes to school, same thing, lunch. He sees the guys. One guy pushes him. The other guy throws him down to the floor. And the third guy starts kicking him again. Ow! Day after day after day, boys. This is happening over and over. After 1 week of this abuse, of this harsh bullying, he goes to his mom. He says, Mom, I don't want to go to public school anymore. I want to go back to yeshiva. Please, 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 Mom. She sends him back to yeshiva. Years go by, and this boy Chaim, in the story, true story, he eventually grows to love Torah, love mitzvot. He grows up religious, kippah, tzitzit, Torah. He loves it all. He gets married and eventually gets older. His uncle one day comes to me and says, I'm so proud of you, Chaim. I'm so proud of you. I want to give you my position as the rabbi of the community, which he takes. He's so happy. He's the big rabbi of the community. People love him. He gives shiurim, Torah, mitzvot, everything. He gives speeches. Years go by, and now Chaim is an older father. He's the rabbi of the community. And his uncle, who is now in his late 70s, comes to Chaim and he tells him, Chaim, do you remember years ago what happened? Remember you went to public school for like a couple weeks? Yeah, I remember. I was back then, I was problematic, I was a classic 8th grader. I wanted to rebel and I looked other places. I thought that was cool. I made a mistake. I'm so happy I chose this path. I'm so happy I came back to yeshiva to learn Torah, Gemara, mitzvot. He says, Chaim, what happened that made you leave public school? He said, there were these bullies, these 3 friends of mine that I called friends. They were bullies. And after a week of their torment and bullying, I left. I said, I can't take it anymore. He said, what do you mean? He says, they kicked me, they punched me, they bullied me. They called me names, Jew boy. So I left. The uncle says, Chaim, listen, I've never told you this before, but those 3 boys, yeah? I actually paid them after school. I gave them money and I said, I want you to go bully my Chaim. I want you to bully my nephew so that he learns to hate public school and this is not the place for him. To get you out of that system because there was no convincing you. So I had to give them money to go bully you, to get you out of the public school and go to yeshiva. Boys, this is the answer to that boy's question in my shul. What's the reason for anti-Semitism? Why do people in the world hate us, detest us, seek to destroy us? It's because of us. Sometimes we think that we are followers. We don't act as kings, as princes like every single Jew is. Because every single Jew, yes, Eli, every single Jew is precious, is unique. We have to be the role models for the world. But the moment we start following them, have haircuts like them, listen to non-Jew music like they do, have houses and start to act like they do, speak like they do, you know what happens? Hashem starts causing junganos, problems in the world, and all the other nations come and they bully us and they kick us and they punch us. Hashem does that on purpose. He pays them. He tells them, guys, go do it. Bother my nation so that they follow the true path. This story with Chaim is a true story. He ended up going to his uncle right after. And he says, Uncle, I have to give you a hug. He gives him a hug and a kiss. And he says, thank you so much. Thank you so much for paying these guys. Because that pushed me to get back on the right track. Etz Chaim hi lama chazikim ba. The tree of life. What's the tree of life? Boys, what's the tree of life? Torah and mitzvot. If you don't have Torah mitzvot, you're not living. Chaim said, I would have lived the life of a goy. I wouldn't have life. It's not true life, it's fake living. Baruch Hashem, I jumped in, I chose the correct path, and I went back to yeshiva, and now I'm living the best possible life. So boys, the lesson is, we have to know this is the reason for anti-Semitism. Hashem sends the enemies in order for us to become better, to realize and understand who we truly are. Boys, you are all kings, princes, you are diamonds. Every boy is special, every Jew is unique. We just have to be the role models. Don't follow their ways. We have to be the role models. We'll see you on the next one. Enjoy.